Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today I want to talk about modding. If you weren't aware, for just over a month, a select number of servers, like our community server, the Potato Fields, have been allowed to run mods on the main server browser, meaning that if you wanted to play modded content, like Galactic Contention, Steel Division, or any other mod large or small, you could simply search for it like you would any other server on the main browser. This was huge, since until this update, if you wanted to play modded content, you would have to go to the custom server browser and search for it, and most of the time, you would actually have to wait until that mod had an event to announce and get a whole bunch of people in and play it. This might not seem like that big of a deal, but the vast majority of squad players just want to play a quick game of squad, and they don't really care for checking out the custom server browser. Additionally, the custom server browser has zero licensing requirements, meaning that admins aren't actually required to be present, and this can result in some pretty crazy servers to say the least. Now, for the past week, this "let's allow servers to run mods on the main server browser" test was expanded from the 7 or so communities that's been running mods since April to all licensed servers. With everyone approved to run mods, this made it much easier to not just find modded content to play, but I think it encouraged more server communities to try different types of mods to maybe differentiate their server and offer unique gameplay opportunities. As we near the end of the test, OWI made this announcement last Friday, stating that the mod event is ending today, June 7th, and that the team is looking to continue mods in the future, but there are some requirements. Specifically requiring better mod versioning for players and servers, fixing infinite loading screen issues, and being unable to download and update mods in-game, which would force players to use the Steam Workshop instead. Even with all of these problems, for the most part, I think anyone who played on the servers that ran mods had a pretty positive experience. It was nice being able to browse a server list, find a community that you're familiar with, and join them for some games on modded content, knowing that the server would more than likely stay populated, and it would also have active admins. Although admins are important, the real downfall of modded servers in the past is the dreaded custom browser tab, since it takes an incredible amount of time and energy just to get custom servers to seed and stay live, since 99% of players never click this button. And the modded games would maybe run for a couple of hours at most before players would begin to leave and nobody would be there to keep the server full, unlike a normal server where you have a constant queue and have people filtering in and out. For mods, this is a vicious cycle that was finally ended with this whitelist event. Some of you are probably listening to this and thinking to yourself, okay, cool, so we got mods for a bit, it was just a test, OWI wants to fix some things, and now the test is ending. Moi, what's the big deal here? This sounds like a normal update. Well, in my opinion, there's absolutely no need to force mods back on the custom server browser while these issues are ironed out. I want you guys to think about some of the most frustrating bugs and problems you've had with Squad over the past few months. Maybe it was the invincible hat bug that made every single layer that had MEA in the game unplayable for a few days. Or maybe it was being unable to play Invasion for nearly 2 weeks because the ticket count was broken. Maybe it was trying to deploy a drone as insurgents or regular militia and being unable to fly it because the controls were broken. Maybe it was playing on a server where game replay was enabled and you had all your habs sniped because it was too easy to abuse game replay. Or maybe it was a Logi bug, a critical game breaking bug that was not only in the game for over 6 months, but during a potential fix for the bug, we also got new vehicle meshes, which in turn made all armor practically invincible for about a week. This is a lot, I know, and I didn't say all this to dump on OWI. I want to be very clear about that. But the point of saying all this is that throughout all of these problems, and these problems have persisted some for over 6 months, the one common thread has been that the server communities who run the servers have been there to help fix these problems for the player base. When the Logi bug first came out, we began running server announcements to help warn people. We made posts in our Discord on potential fixes, and in-game we tried to help people who couldn't see supplies. When MEA broke, it was up to the servers to not play maps with MEA on them. And when armor meshes broke, we took down our servers and created a tanks are broken map rotation that didn't have any armored vehicles on it to prevent abuse. We get it. Squad isn't perfect, and it isn't perfect a lot of the times. Frankly, Squad can be just outright broken during some updates, but we still play it day in and day out because we love it. In my opinion, I've had equal, if not better experiences with mod updates compared to actual Squad updates over the past couple of months. Yeah, sometimes we ran into big issues with the mods, and do you know what we did? We took the server down, we talked with the mod team, we made announcements on our Discord, and we moved on. When it was fixed, we threw it back up. Easy as that, and people were then able to play the mod that they liked soon after the update. There is no need to end this test. If we have problems, we'll deal with it, because we always deal with it. But the only way mods can improve and we can continue to grow as a player base is if these mods are easily accessible. And no offense to OWI, but when are we going to get these changes implemented? There's no timeline, and the updates to the game that we do know about on the Trello board have already been pushed back again and again. If I was a modder, I'd be incredibly disappointed, and I know that there are plenty of players who love the Steel Division server that we ran that are pretty much accepting the fact that they won't get to play that game again anytime in the near future. And whether you care about it or not, these mods are adding things like night vision and attack helicopters, which are features that will probably never be added by the devs in the base game. Let's be real, we were supposed to get Marines last fall, and it's looking like they're going to be delayed for about a year. Why would we think modded content that is obviously not much of a priority to the devs would come before that? Overall, I'm just pretty frustrated at this whole situation, since I think that the future of Squad and the longevity of the player base is going to be dependent on mods. I don't know when we'll get them back on the main server browser, but I will ask you guys to keep an eye out on the Squad Discord and make sure to fill out the feedback form they do release with your thoughts. If you like the mods, let them know about it. If you want them back on the main server browser, let them know about it. And even if you think we're all crazy and you hated the whole event, also let them know about it. The more feedback, the better. After today, if I were able to speak directly to the devs, I'd keep whitelisted mods on the main server browser, and I would even go one step further and push an update that actually removed the show modded content filter. You already get a warning when you join a server with mods, and a lot of the time players might not even realize they have this enabled, which continues to make it harder and harder to find modded games. At the very least, removing this will allow players that much more of a chance to stumble upon a mod that they may like. And since we don't have leaderboards or career stats or progression or anything, why does it really matter if you play a modded game or not? At the end of the day, mods can only be a good thing, and if a mod is broken or is a bad experience, it will slowly be filtered out of the community since server owners won't run it anymore. We're used to things breaking, we're used to fixing it, and we're very connected with our community, so we're not going to put something out there that is a bad experience. For a game that was kickstarted from a mod itself, I would hope that OWI sees the potential here and continues to support easily accessible modding and playing of those mods. But what do you guys think? Did you enjoy the past month or so of modded content? Do you want the mods to stay on the main server browser, or do you not really care if it's in the custom area? Let me know in the comments below, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. But that's it for me. Until next time, peace.